The third Caribbean Nationally Determined Contributions Investment Forum and Marketplace themes investing in climate action for a resilient future. Dr. Grant Kirkman, team leader, UN Climate Change Secretariat.
Dr. Kirkman made the following comments.
Pledges here, now, later, and at COP30 should and must translate into more resources. Our renewable energy, climate smart agriculture, resilient infrastructure, but investments must flow equitably to this region.
The first thing I want to ask you though is you have developed this CSAC model in terms of financing work in the agricultural space. Could you give us a quick synopsis of what does that do and how the reason for its effectiveness?
Okay, so this is something that has been developed by the latest intergovernmental organization on the global scale. This is the Partnership Initiative for Sustainable Land Management. We have adopted something called the Climate Smart Agriculture Compliant Tool and Protocol. Mm-hmm. What that does is it provides a mechanism for agriculture to be recognized within the NDCs. The nationally determined contributions, the bugbear stopping agriculture from being included, often had to do with MRV, with measurement, reporting, and verification. What this CSAC tool does, it provides a mechanism wherein you can measure, report, and verify your mitigative and adaptive components. And the other part of it is that what Roderick was mentioning, we now have a brand, a label, a mechanism to show that the product has been developed in a climate smart way, in a measurably climate smart way. And that is where the climate premium comes in. So farmers adopting the CSAC methodology, and this is something that has been tested and researched across the Caribbean. We actually have countries that have adopted it as their de facto climate smart agriculture mechanism. You now have a climate premium similar to the social premium that was in vogue when fair trade was in style. Yeah. In the sense that we now have a mechanism to have a top-up. This is the major difference between this CSAC and GAP and even organic, uncertified organic, in that we now have a mechanism to provide the farmers with an incentive, a financial incentive at the end, which is not going to be funded by the consumers as yet, not going to be funded by the buyers, the produce buyers, but it's going to come from the climate justice and just transition funds that we have been able to negotiate. Because no discussion on NDCs, on nationally determined contributions, should be divorced from climate justice and just transition issues. So we are saying we have found a mechanism, proven mechanism now, to reward farmers for adopting some of these things. As our Dominican counterpart would have mentioned, there are 11, and this I have got it straight from the horse's mouth, there are 11 certified GAP farmers in Dominica. When they bring their produce to the market and set it down, as Roderick was saying, when they set it down alongside produce coming from non-GAP certified farmers, they get the same price. What we are saying is that the only way you can incentivize an adaptation and have people adopt it is if there is a financial incentive at the end. And this is what the climate premium does. And now we have people buying into the CSAC stamp. So in short order, we are hoping to see product stamped CSAC, which will carry with it not only a guarantee that it was done in a climate smart manner, but the farmers would have the added incentive of having a climate premium, which is going to be a top-up to the regular price that they would have gotten, similar to the top-up, the social premium we had during the fair trade era. So we're going to have, in the same way that fair trade had a fair trade labeling organization, there's going to be a CSAC labeling organization that handles the behind-the-scenes operations, behind the blockchain, distributed ledger technologies, and the hashing, so that this system is going to be secure.